Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn energy reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be meant for someone else. All right, we're going to do the Celtic cross again. All right, so we have the current situation. All right, those are all upside down. So I'll just take that one because that one came out, and then I'm going to use this one because I saw this one as the challenge. So losing faith within a relationship, okay? So this is the current situation, and then this is the challenge, is a relationship. So we have, what do you need to focus on? Queen of Cups. Your past or what you're leaving. We have the World, your strengths. Grounded energy, Queen of Pentacles. Near future. Ooh, love that. Fiery, fiery, fiery. Queen of Wands. Advice. King of Wands. Lots of people around here. Lots of people around here. Look at that. We have 3 queens right there, almost like going around this middle section here. That's pretty cool. Environment. 8 of Wands. Hopes and fears. 4 of Cups. Potential outcome. 10 of Swords. All right. Let's see. Okay. So what we have is the current situation, and then we have what's challenging that is this. I feel like you've lost faith in a relationship, whether it's a friendship, family member, business, within yourself, a partnership, that there's a loss, right? What is this? Let's get some clarifications. Friendship, something, a relationship that you've been in for a really long time. It could be a friend, but I feel like it's a relationship that you've been in for a really long time. I feel like it's changing within the relationship, and I feel like it's almost like you've lost your direction on where you want this relationship to go. I feel like you're kind of back and forth with it. I feel like sometimes you're like, okay, yeah, I want to focus on this. I want to work on this. I want to work this through. It could also have to do with a job, right? Love your job. You want to do it. And then you have those days where it's like, oh my gosh, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with this job anymore. I don't want to be in this situation, right? So whatever this is, this love for something that you had for something, that you've kind of lost, that it's fizzling, that it's going away. What do you need to focus on? And I feel like it's your true feelings and your emotions. Like, what do you truly feel about the situation? I feel like, are you having kind of pressures from other people or outsides, or is there kind of other things that are affecting how you really feel? I almost feel like you have to take that time for yourself to figure out, how do you really feel? What are your emotions? I feel like you're very emotional. I feel like you need to focus on your emotions and kind of get them under control. Is it something that, are you making choices with your head or with your heart? Something to look at. We have the King of Wands. Look at all these people. You have so many people around you. You've got the King and Queen of Wands, and you have the King and Queen of Cups, and you have the Queen of Pentacles. I almost feel like, are there too many people around you that's confusing you? Look at this, and then we have the Devil, the Capricorn. Anger. I feel like you're angry. I feel like maybe in this relationship, you're angry because you feel like you're the one who's carried all the weight of the relationship, that the other person's sort of given up, but I feel like maybe you're the one who's been trying for a really long time, and you're carrying all the burdens, you're doing all the work, and I feel like I almost feel like, do you feel like it's a toxic relationship, like you're feeling chained down, like you're feeling like this heavy energy? I feel like this Devil card is kind of twofold, because since it's your sign, I feel like it's, what do you really feel, right? What are your emotions? What do you really feel about this situation? But I also feel like you also feel like it's toxic, especially with the Devil and the Ten of Wands. Like you're carrying this burden on your back and you're feeling chained. Because sometimes in some of the cards, they have the two people that have that chain that's connecting them. And I feel like that's kind of the energy that I'm getting right here, that you feel chained down. It could be that that other person is controlling or has been toxic or has been negative, or like it's that sort of a situation. So I feel like that's what you need to look at. That's what you need to focus on, is what's really going on here. What do you really feel? Exploring all of these feelings of, does it feel toxic? Does it feel heavy? Does it feel like a burden? Like asking yourself, if it does feel that way, why do I feel that way? Just exploring those. So your past or what you're leaving, we have the World card and we have the Moon. There's a lot of major cards here too, because we have the Hierophant and we have the Moon and we have the Devil and and the Star. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Hanging Man and the Six of Pentacles. I almost feel like you need to let go of those false hopes that things are going to work out. I feel like you've been trying this for a really long time, and I feel like you've kind of come to the end, and that it's to leave behind those false hopes. And there's a falsehood there. Deception. Deceiving yourself. Seeing things from another perspective and sharing and letting go. I just feel like you need to, sometimes we romanticize situations and we make them out to be better than they are, just because we're maybe not ready to face things. But I feel like that's what you need to leave, and that's what you need to let go of. It could also be like in the past, that's something like you weren't really, like you just follow along blindly in a situation. All right, so your strengths are the Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Eight of Swords. I feel like, again, it's your alone time, that when you have time alone to yourself, that you really find your clarity and you find that you're able to reset and you're able to have that grounding energy. I feel like that's a strength of yours, is that, and that's what I feel about Capricorn, is when Capricorn has that time to themselves to reset and to recharge, that things start to become clear. Because then we have, in the near future, we have the Queen of Wands, which is becoming powerful. But why is that? It's because you taking that time to yourself, kind of holding back, taking that time to yourself, especially with these two cards here, and being able to think with ground, thinking truly about the situation. I kind of feel like you're in the clouds over here, but then over here you start to get that grounded energy, and you're like, okay, what's the reality of the situation? And what do I need to work on here? What do I need to figure out here? You're able to walk away from this, coming into your own power, and then walking away from the situation. Oh, look at that. And you're headed right towards that Nine of Cups. I love it. Because that's the energy in the near future, is when you become powerful, you make your dreams come true, that you take control of your life, that you walk away from what you need to walk away from, and you focus on, you head towards what it is you need to head towards. Right here, you're just questioning things, right? You've lost that faith, you've lost that belief, you're questioning things, you're not sure about relationships, and you're kind of getting in your head and your emotions and your feelings, and then you finally realize, okay, I need time to myself to sort through all of this before I go any farther. Advice: let go of what you need to let go of, right? The King of Cups. Start new, start fresh. You be the leader of your own path to happiness. What makes you happy? And focus on that. All right, the environment, I love it. It's positive energy coming in, a lot of growth, a lot of evolving, a lot of changing. I feel like you're just really coming into your own, and you're finding that balance within yourself as to what do you have to be dedicated to, what do you need to focus on, what makes you happy. Hopes and fears. Hopes, new opportunities come in. Fears, do new opportunities come in, right? I feel like that's kind of twofold. We have the Five of Cups. Hopes and fears is that, right, the negative. But then we also have the positive there. Hopes and fears, starting new and starting fresh. Yeah. When we start over, or like say if this was a relationship and you have that breakup and you're no longer in that relationship, there's that feeling of, okay, starting over. Oh my gosh, like I haven't been on my own in a really long time, or I've been at this job for so long that starting a new job is overwhelming and scary, and starting out new and kind of looking at things in a different way. It's like, oh wow, this is a totally different feeling, and it's a little scary. But you know what? Before long, that becomes habit, right? It's your new security. It's your new way of doing things. And that starts to settle in. And then you're able to release that Ten of Swords and say, like, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm so glad that I went through this process, right? I'm so glad that I learned so much from this situation. Again, looking at all sides of this situation and saying, yeah, this is really tough what I went through, but I'm really glad that I was able to do it because it's brought such positive change into my life. And that's the good thing, is that when these struggles, when these challenges come up, what can we learn from them? How can we grow from them? How do we not get caught up in the difficulty of it? We need time to process that, obviously, but that we don't get caught up in that for a long time so that we're able to move on from it and to learn and grow from it. All right, so let's get an energy oracle. What energy? I feel like this one was trying to pop through. We have Door to Romance. I feel like it has to do with loving yourself, choosing those relationships that are positive for you. Again, Door to Romance, it could have to do with the Nine of Cups, and just loving yourself and that fulfillment within yourself. And you're so proud of yourself because you did it. You pulled through. All right, let's get a Wisdom oracle. We have regeneration. Regenerating. Definitely that's what you're doing, is you're powering yourself back up. All right, let's pull another one. We have happy, happy. I love that one. Happy, happy. That goes with, kind of goes with the Three of Cups there, right? Happy, happy. Celebrating. Making yourself happy, happy. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.